Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sandy here. So today I'm going to quickly show you how I normally lay my DIY closures, and for the purpose of this video I'm going to use a closure that I made a few weeks ago using Ishow hair. So I used 4 of their Peruvian deep wave in 22 inches, so links will be in the description box below if you're interested. Right, so to begin I use a hot comb to lay the closure section, and the reason why I do this is to basically seal the knots on the section that we ventilated, and to also just lay the closure because we use tracks. Well, I use tracks when I'm making the closure, and so it doesn't lay as flat as a normal closure would, and so I find that going over it with a hot comb definitely helps to lay it as flat as possible. Now you can also use curlers or like a straightener, just anything that's really hot. And yeah, I also got my hot comb from Amazon and it was around £30. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you guys are interested. Right, so next I apply concealer to the parting, and I use LA Girl Pro Conceal in, I don't even know what shade it is, but it's one of the darker shades, and I would definitely recommend this. Also make sure to use one that matches the color of your forehead. It just makes the wig look a lot more natural, and it makes it look like it's coming from your scalp. So next I apply foundation to the inside of the closure. Now I like to use powder foundation because I love how light it is, and it just doesn't really get in the way when it comes to the actual laying of the wig. So like when I add my got to be hair glue and stuff, it doesn't get too tacky or too messy. Right, so after that, now you need to decide where you'd like your closure to lay. So I made this as a middle part, but you can definitely wear it as a side part. I don't like wearing side parts because I have a big head and it just makes my head look even more weird. So I always like to go for a middle part so that my face can look a bit more symmetrical, you know? So next I cut off the excess lace. And so when I was making my closure, I outlined exactly where I was going to cut off. But I would definitely not recommend that you use a white pencil liner because it was so hard to take off. I'd recommend that you use a concealer that matches your skin color. Right, so after that I apply some got to be hairspray on my hairline, not on my hair though, just like in front of it, and then I lay the wig. So yeah, I just press down the closure into the glue, and then I use like a pair of tights or like any type of cloth really to tie it up, and then I leave it for 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes this is how it should look. And as you can see, it looks okay, but it does not look as natural as it could. And I also still need to get rid of those white lines, and so I get some more concealer and then I just dab it onto the lines. And then after this I will get a different brush and basically just push it in to my skin just to try and make it look as realistic as possible. Right, so after this you can leave it like this, but I like to add some baby hairs. So my camera battery died, so while the battery was charging I switched to using my phone. So when it comes to laying the baby hairs, I like to use got to be hair mousse, any type of mousse to be honest, but the got to be one's my favorite. And I like this because it doesn't make it look ashy when I'm done. It looks natural, it doesn't look tacky, and yeah. So I'll leave links to that in the description box below. And that's pretty much it. So this is how the parting looked up close, and I loved how natural it looked. So yeah, after my camera battery finished charging, I came back to show you guys how it looks up close. Right, so this is how it looks up close, and yeah, I tried my best to make the hairline look as natural as possible. But when it comes to these types of closures, there's only so much that you can do. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something from it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So have a nice day.